The whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. Be blessed by the divine. Good morning to every one of you. I forgot actually what I have to talk because Anandaraja's introduction was a surprise to me. I thought Kumaresan sir, as usual, this will go, and I have few minutes to go through the bit paper. When Anandaraj started, I was just, oh, okay, some other thing is there. Anyway, thanks, Anand. Now, every closed eye is not sleeping. Every open eye is not seeing. This is a proverb from a country. Someone asked the great scholar Dalai Lama, what is the best meditation? I know to all our surprise, he said, sleep is the best meditation. Sleep is the golden chain which binds our physical body with our mind. Unfortunately, how importance we have been giving to our sleeps. If I go for a walk for 5 kilometers in Cornish, after 5-6 kilometers of walking, I want to sit and rest for 5-10 minutes. Most of us treat sleep like that only. Means body needs some rest, so we have to sleep. Maybe I save some money and I have some expenditures this month, so I will spend it and I can save it next month. I can keep like that. People have the same attitude towards sleep also, that okay, today let me watch the movie and go to bed at night 11:30 or 12 o'clock, and weekend I can sleep for a long time. And I know a couple of friends in Alcor, they straight away get up on Friday for lunch. They have never seen morning sunrise or breakfast, nothing. Straight away 1 o'clock they get up. At least my friend, he gets up, but wife will keep the meals ready. So many people, we have a lot of wrong myths about sleep. Maharishi has also said about sleep a lot. I'm just going to compare what science is telling and what Vethathirium has been teaching us, and how significant it is for our health, not only health, our overall life. So what are we going to discuss today? Before that, 2021, and there was a big research, and that paper says that there are 54 shocking truth about the lack of sleep and its consequence all over the world. And they say that they warned that it is like a terrorism, and actually it is more than terrorism. Sleep is spoiling the entire humanity, particularly since corona. This has increased by 20% to 25% more than what it was in 2018 or 17. These shocking truths, I don't want to really make you afraid, but it is worse than cancer, but slow poison. It is like a slow poison. It is spoiling all of us. So such is the significance of sleep. So what is sleep? We will discuss it. And then what is the definition of, what is the concept behind sleep as per Sri Vethathiri, and why sleep is important, and what is the anatomy of sleep. When we sleep, what is happening within our body? What exactly happening and why it is happening? And if I have lack of sleep, then how it is going to impact us? All that we will see. And how much sleep we need. Some people sleep for 5 hours, some people need sleep for 8 hours. So how much I need? Can I have a test or analysis to find out how much sleep I need? Am I sleeping properly? Insomnia is the most frequent sleep disorder today. And so I'll spend some more time on that particular issue. First of all, we need to understand what is insomnia and whether am I going through that or not, and how to improve sleep. That's the most essential part. And then last 1 year I have been doing a lot of experiments, and last 1 year I have been always with my sleep watch, and I have done some exercises or experiments, and I will share some couple of slides about that as well. And then finally, what to remember it. Of course, this is too much to cover it in 50 minutes or 1 hour. Let me try whatever possible. Now, what is sleep? We all think that we know that it is a rest, and my intellect is in unconscious state. I don't know even if a snake goes through my stomach when I am sleeping, I don't know. So unconscious state, and the body is taking rest. And those who know very well, and we have heard from Maharishi as well, that it is doing maintenance job when we are sleeping. Maintenance or repair or all that is happening during sleep. And what it is maintaining? Physical body, mind, as well as the energy. And it occurs in the background of chemical system. So exactly during sleep, what is happening? Some chemistry is changing. The biochemicals which are there in our body gets changed. Through that only, the entire maintenance work is being carried out by the nature during our sleep. And sleep, of course, we all know that nobody will tell them, no, I don't want to sleep at all. Sleep is a real pleasure for all of us. And it is a medicine. That is why they give sick leave when somebody is sick, because during sleep only he can cure his diseases, because maintenance work is being carried out during sleep hours. Okay. Now, what is the definition? Means what he wrote a poem. Sri Maharishi has written a poem about the advantage or the benefits of sleep. And of course, it is in Tamil. Don't worry about that. And the essence of that poem, the meaning of that poem is, we have an electric power. We have magnetic power within us. Assume that the magnetic power we get, that electrical and the magnetic energy we get from food is 16 units. Just for understanding purpose, he has mentioned in the poem, every day I take food and the food is converted into energy. We all know that the energy unit is 16 units per day. Whereas from morning to night, I have been working. Even in the night, heart is working, lungs are working, autonomous nervous system is working. So many things are working all the 24 hours, right? So when I start doing the work through the physical body, I spend around 12 units. And the mind is also thinking and feeling and so many things it is calculating. All that is doing, the units are 6. Assume it spends 6 units. Then the total consumption is 18 units, whereas the production is only 16 units. That difference of 2 units, unless I fill it up by sleeping with enough sleep, that the 2 will keep on adding it. In a year's time, my resistivity, my immunity will come down. My internal biological clock will get changed. There are so many things which will happen when I keep repeatedly, following with less number of sleeps. So Maharishi has given it with an example of energy. Sleep is nothing but the energy balancing. We all know I need energy. So if I don't sleep well, my energy is in a disturbed or unbalanced mode. Okay, what is sleep? We know that we have discussed in Kayakalpa. We all have energy, that is biomagnetism. And I'm sure it is not a liquid or it is a solid to scale it as a kilogram or a liter, just it is a fluid. But for our understanding purpose, let us assume that my capacity of biomagnetic stock is 10 liters, like a tank, 10 liters. And when I get up in the morning, the tank is full. When I get up naturally without an alarm clock, the tank is full. After that, even if somebody gives me $1 million, I can't sleep for even 5 minutes because the tank is full. And from morning to night, I spend my biomagnetic energy by talking, walking, doing some work, thinking. Energy is keep on going on. And when it reaches the threshold level is the minimum biomagnetic energy which is required to run my physical body throughout during the night hours as well. So that below that threshold level, my heart may stop. So that is the minimum energy level which is required. As soon as it reaches that minimum energy level, the signal to the brain cuts off. I become unconscious, or I fell down even if I keep like this by watching a movie. So the tank reached the threshold level. Now I have to sleep. During the sleep, the tank is being filled up. So if the tank is not being filled up during the sleep and I'm getting up through an alarm clock, obviously the energy goes down on for that day. But if I keep doing this, obviously the tank capacity itself will come down. It shrinks really. So anyway, who is doing the control? Genetic center is doing the control. The genetic center is the one which knows whether this biomagnetic energy reached the threshold level or full level. If it reaches the threshold level, he goes to sleep. Switch on the sleep mode. And if it goes to the tank full mode, awake. Switch on to no, so that he can he wakes up and then starts his job. So sleeping or waking up, the control switch is in genetic center according to Sri Vethathirium. Science has little different mechanism. Now, importance of sleep. Now, why sleep is important, or what is happening during sleep? What are the things it can happen? Now, during sleep, two things are being repaired or overall or charged. One is the physical body and the second is the brain. We all know that brain is the master control for all our activities, everything including mind and the heart functioning and everything. Brain is a control center. Science also says that. So the brain needs a separate cleaning process because the brain is not consisting of like bones or flesh or not we see here. Brain is like a delicate room, like an ICU room. In ICU room, you can't go with a chapel. There's some humidity, temperature, everything is to be maintained. People can't even wear chapel inside. Brain is such a critical, delicate, sensitive area for which separate cleaning process is required. Separate maintenance is required, and a separate sleeping pattern is there for that. If that sleeping pattern is less for my sleep, then obviously brain will get damaged. Even it can lead to Alzheimer's disease, right? So brain is one. Second one is the physical body. Now, if it is a physical body, there is a separate sleep pattern. And if that sleep is less for me, obviously my body toxins are not eliminated, I become obese. The weight increase is, you can take any food as long as the digestive system is able to absorb the nutrients and eliminate the waste. But that elimination doesn't happen if sleep is not enough, then people become obese and overweight. That causes a lot of problems. And also mind. The mind is nothing but the biomagnetism passes through the brain. And if the brain is not cleansed properly, or if the repair work is not done in the brain, my mind cannot think properly. People meet with accident and I can take a wrong decision. Even I don't know whether I put salt or not while making sambar. All that confusions will come. And all our irritations, emotional states, anger, confusion, worries, everything, because mind frequency goes high. When brain is not good, and in the body also the cleansing is not done, then biomagnetic quality become poor, and that can cause all our emotional states, emotional moods. And mainly it affects the blood pressure and then the heart disease. Because the blood circulation is very important for our physical body. And during the sleep, if the body repairing is not done, maintenance is not done every day, obviously blood flow gets disturbed. The first thing it affects is our BP and heart problem, and the entire repair system gets into, slowly it reduces its efficiency. That cause our immunity power, becoming less and less and less. So the immune system goes down if there is no enough sleep for anyone. Okay, so basically 5 things I have listed down here. One is the physical body, repair, maintenance work is done. Second is the brain. Third is the thought. And fourth is the mind for feelings, which is emotional mood. And the fifth one is the energy is also gained during sleep hours. So if we have any problem in any of that, sleep could be one of the potential cause. What I mean by that is, if somebody has been taking a tablet for sugar control, for sugar problem, and for 10 years they have been taking a tablet and doctor is increasing the dosage, that means the body has a natural healing mechanism, but we did not allow that to happen because of lack of sleep. We blame doctors, we blame medicines, we blame so many things, but I didn't give enough time for the body to repair it. So obviously, tablet dosage may go up. So less sleep means all these are affected. In fact, the simplified Kundalini yoga practices, starting from physical exercise to Turiyati Tavam, every practice helps to have a quality and good quantity sleep. and it improves all these 5 items, which is essential for our body. This is another statistics which says that after a research, if I sleep only for 6 hours, it is something equal to having 2 to 3 alcohol, that means beers. Now, I didn't sleep at all. Like yesterday night, it is almost like a drunk person. 10 to 11, it says that, that much contamination is affecting the brain area because of lack of sleep. Okay, now what Maharishi has given in another poem about sleep, he says that you have to follow limit and method. We all know that in moderation in 5 is required: food, work, rest, sex, sleep, and thought. Sleep is the one. And he used the word sleep there, right? And what is moderation? We know that limit and method. If I can eat only 5 chapati, I have to limit that. That's a quantity. And method means when I feel hungry, I have to eat it. And how to eat it? Accordingly, I should eat it. I should not drink water while eating chapati. So that is called method, and limit is the quantity. How much I can take food. Similarly, for sleep also, limit and method should be applied by everyone. That is what in this poem Maharishi says, limit and method. Now, we keep on saying limit and method. What exactly the meaning of limit and method? If I take my food, for example, the same thing applies to sleep, but little more means there are some more factors which may not be applicable for food, but which is applicable for sleep. I have identified 3 points for limit and also 3 points for method. We need to remember it and we need to follow it if I have to have follow moderation in my sleep. Okay. Now, first is the quantity. How many chapatis I take? So how many hours I sleep? That is limit. Am I sleeping for 8 hours, 7 hours, or 9 hours, or 5 hours, or 4 hours? So that's the first definition of limit, is how long I am sleeping, the amount of sleep. Quantity, how many chapatis I take, that is very important. And 2, actually, this is not a second point. I will talk about science later. But this quantity, what Maharishi has said, is directly related to the science, what they say called sleep pressure. They use 2 different terminology for sleep. One is sleep pressure and process process yes. Process yes means sleep pressure. That means I should feel hungry to eat. Then only I can take food, right? Hungry to eat, like that. There should be a process yes, which says, hey, this guy needs sleep. The tank is empty. Let him go to sleep, and it generates a hormone. Then I get sleep. That is called a process yes. Sleep pressure means whether he is hungry to sleep or not, whether the biomagnetic tank is empty or not. That is something equal to the quantity of magnetic energy. And then I sleep for 8 hours. But how long I continuously slept without any break? I slept for 8 hours, 100 times I wake up. I got up. Means just I woke up and then I went to bed. So in between, how many times? That is also more important to decide the quantity of sleep. So even if I sleep for 20 minutes, but without any break, that is equal to 2 hours of normal sleep. Because in that deep sleep, the repair work is more efficiently done by the nature. So how continuously I am able to sleep, that is also important factor. And then regularity, that is also limit. Yeah, I sleep 8 hours continuously only on weekends. Doesn't help. 365 days a year, all the days I should have that enough sleep. If not, again, limit is I have not reached the limit. It's a problem there. So limit means 3 things: how long I am sleeping it, how continuously without break I am sleeping it, and every day I am sleeping or not. So these 3 things. Now method, even for a 2-year-old baby to sleep, we take half an hour. We keep it in the lap, or we keep it on the chest, or we walk, or if it is a that we swing it, and all that we need to spend half an hour for a baby to sleep. In fact, for grown-ups, more than 45 minutes is required. People say that at least we should prepare ourselves 1 hour before going to bed. Prepare in the sense that not like somebody have to come and do this. No. We ourselves have to do a little modification on what I have been doing it before bed. That's all. That we are going to see how, in detail, what is that preparation stage. So if the preparation is not done before bed, that means sleep is not going to good. The method is wrong. That's the first one. The second one, quality of sleep. I slept for 7 hours, but how good the sleep was. There are 4 stages in sleep. So NREM, 3 stages, REM, 1 stage. Each stage is very important, and each stage, there is a design period for each stage. Unless I, at least close to that, I did not have quality sleep. So quality sleep is very important. Means what quality of food I take. Junk food I take or real fruits I take. That is the quality of sleep compared to food. And the third is, we all know that when to eat, there is a lunch time, right? We try to take as per lunch time, take lunch. Similarly, there is a circadian clock which is running in our body. According to the clock, it will secrete a hormone, melatonin. That is secreted means you have to go to bed. This is a time to sleep. And at that time, now you switch on a TV to watch a movie, you are deviating from the nature, then it is not a good method. Definitely sleep is not going to be in good quality, and that also affects our sleep. So these are the time to sleep is called a circadian rhythm. So that is science calls that as a process C. Science says 2 process yes, how hungry you are, and process C is when to take the food. There is a clock which says that no, go to bed, wake up. That's it. So these are the 6 points: method and limit, and 2 process which is happening according to medical science. Process yes, process C. Okay. Now this is just to give you an understanding about the science, how the system is working. What medical science says, there is a 2 process model, like a balance, 2 plates in the balance. And the one process is called a process C, and the other process is called process S. One is called a wake drive and sleep drive. Both are there in the brain. In fact, one of the drive is in the pineal gland, wherever we meditate at the thurium. The one center which is at the pineal gland is called sleep center, and the other one is close by within 2-inch gap is called wake drive. So both the centers are in the brain according to medical science. According to Vethathirium, we know that genetic center gives a command when to sleep, when to awake, right? So sleep is like this switch, dipole switch. You can switch on the first floor bedroom light from the ground floor before going to steps, and after going there you can switch it off. Something like that. This switch is either sleep or awake. You can't have both. And in another way, it is like a balance. If the process C dominates, then he will go to he can't sleep. Whereas process S dominate, he will sleep. Even night, midday, 2 o'clock he comes from the office. That is not the time to sleep. Process C will not say that sleep now. Process C is a circadian clock which will tell 3 hours after sunset. Assume 6 o'clock sunsets and 9 o'clock, this process C will give you a signal, melatonin from pineal gland. Please go to bed. Now sleep. But if the guy comes from office at 2 o'clock and feel very tired, obviously the process, yes, it secretes another hormone which will tell that no, you go to bed immediately, because the balance, this side, the weight is more, so this will push it, and that overrules the other side. So he goes to sleep. That is how the medical science is explaining that. Now, we already explained this is a center to process C, process S, whichever is dominating, that overrules it. Either he goes to bed, or after going to bed also he sleeps or not, depends on which one is dominating. If sleep is dominating, he will start sleeping. If awake signal is dominating, he can't sleep even if it is midnight, 12 o'clock. He will be in bed, but he can't go to sleep if this is dominating, right? So that is a science of sleep. Now, how that is being carried out? Through 3 hormones. There are actually 11 hormones, but there are mainly 3 hormones: melatonin, serotonin, cortisol. If somebody is tensed, cortisol is produced, that will make you awake. You can, before going to bed, I asked my wife, hey, you changed the password for my laptop? I'm not able to open it. Yes, I changed the password. What is the password? Yeah, my date of birth. Now this fellow forgot what is her date of birth, what is her month, and he forgot the year also. He guessed roughly. Now he can't ask this lady, oh, I forgot, tell me your date of birth. Now he has to open the laptop. He is in a big problem. Now he decide, okay, let me not ask this stupid question to her and let me think and find out. He closes the laptop and goes to bed. He can't sleep for 2 hours unless he knows the answer or unless he knows a solution, how to find it. And that is the hormone cortisol is secreted when people are tensed, stressed. That will make you awake even if night 12 o'clock, the time is 12 o'clock. Serotonin, you want morning, as soon as the sun rises, serotonin secretes. Hey, this is the time to get up. Energy is coming from sun. Please, you do all your job. So that was the signal. Serotonin is secreted, and melatonin is as soon as 9 o'clock night, pineal gland secretes this hormone, go to bed. So that is how both the switches are working, and we will learn about the side ones later. Don't worry. And yeah, two important hormone: melatonin, serotonin. Melatonin says go to bed. Serotonin says don't sleep. So these are the two hormones, having a major role in our sleep pattern. And just for your easy remembering purpose, melatonin is secreted by pineal gland, which is Turiya meditation, whereas serotonin is secreted by adrenal gland, which is at Muladhara chakra and Swadhisthana chakra. So that is why we say when you are tensed, do Shanti meditation. When you are not getting sleep, do Shanti meditation, because it suppresses the serotonin production automatically. And if it is nighttime, you will go to bed. So before bedtime, 9 o'clock night, do Shanti meditation for 10 minutes. Why? Because already melatonin is there. It's nighttime, but you are not able to sleep. Why? Serotonin is there. Serotonin is the one which is telling me to be awake, right? So if I do Shanti meditation, it is suppressed. So I go to bed and have a good sleep. Okay. Now there are various stages of sleeps. I said 4 stages of sleep, right? Of course, this slide says 5 stages, but 4 stages. People say, some say 4 stages, some say 5 stages. Forget it. Broadly 2 types. One is non-REM sleep, and the second one is REM sleep. Okay, Maharishi has beautifully said our biomagnetism is spent is 75-25. 75% of the biomagnetism is spent for the body. 25% of the biomagnetism goes for the mental activity. What is mind activity? We know when biomagnetism passes through the brain. Similarly, the sleep also, 75% of the sleeping hours should be for physical activity, which is non-REM. Whereas REM is 25% of the sleeping should be spent for REM activity. Now, this REM and non-REM, we will also check it later, what exactly the differences are for that. Now, how people analyze this sleep pattern? There are many equipments which can be fitted here, like electroencephalograph. We know that the brain waves, and EOG is ophthalmic graph, which is also eye movement, and muscle movement is EMG. So there are a couple of electrodes, couple of sensors which people monitor it here, and even on the hands to monitor the muscle movement, eye movement, and pulse, heart movement. Based on that, they find out what sleep pattern and how much sleep they had it. For this you have to be in a laboratory, but there is a watch, which is this watch. I have it for the last 1.5 years. Somebody gifted me, and then that watch uses 2 sensors. It is not as accurate as a laboratory equipment, but at least I have seen it. Even if I take a coffee at 5 o'clock, it makes a difference, and what difference it makes during my sleep is picked up by the watch. So it's more than enough for us to analyze ourselves, whether am I sleeping properly, enough, good or bad. More than enough, unless I want to do some research. So I use that, and for a year with various activities and how it is affecting my sleep pattern. Okay, now this is a MRI, brain activity during sleep. Normally we think during sleep my brain is almost no activity in brain, but if you see here in non-REM, in REM sleep. In REM is nothing but during sleep, your eyeballs are moving, rapid eye movement. I sleep, eyes are closed, but eyeballs are moving. That is called REM. Non-REM means I sleep, eyes are closed, even eyeballs are not moving at all. That is called NREM. Now, REM sleep, when eyeballs are moving, brain is cleansed, right? See that in REM sleep, the brain is very active. The brain is very active during REM because it is repairing it, it is cleansing it, it is removing all the waste in the brain. If I slept yesterday, whatever sleeping I had yesterday, if I had only 10 minutes of REM sleep, today my thinking pattern will be different. I can't think properly because brain is confused. And in non-REM sleep, there is no brain activity or little brain activity. The main function is in the physical body. Okay, and that is the difference between REM and NREM sleep. Now, very detailed differences between NREM and REM. Please note down anything if it is applicable to your life, either as a positive thing or negative thing. Take note of it, work on it to improve it. Okay, which sleep you are lacking, REM or NREM? That is what. Now, in NREM, as I explained, my body cells, tissues are repaired and growth takes place during NREM sleep. And all the maintenance is being done, alignment is being done. I might use some of the fingers more often during the daytime when I work. Maybe alignment, balancing is done. And all hormones are balanced in the physical body. And all the whatever waste being created, which is not taken out by the blood or lymphatic system, done during NREM sleep as well. And any infection which is happening, including corona, if I don't have NREM sleep, we are not allowing the nature to throw away the coronavirus which is inside us. Any infection, bacteria, virus, fungal, including TB, asthma, typhoid, all are due to external organisms. And NREM sleep is very important to get out of it, to get out of that particular problems, right? And also immunity. Now, in REM sleep, the wastage, there is a glymphatic system which is working like a drainage system. Is similar to that drainage system in the body is glymphatic system, which sucks all the waste from the brain cells and throws it out. If that is not being done, the brain functionality, the brain power, brain capacity, memory, concentration, adaptability, receptivity, thinking power, grasping power, analytical power, everything related to brain comes down if that sleep is not at all enough. And the worst part of is Alzheimer's disease, paralytic attack, strokes, brain strokes, all because of lack of REM sleep. And during REM sleep, the file transfer is being done. Whatever information we got it throughout the day, during that REM sleep, each data is put into the proper place, so that the next day the brain functions more efficiently and more effectively, and the learning ability will keep on improving it though we age it, because of enough REM sleep. And cognitive thinking, some people cannot relate what happened half an hour before with that event now. So that's a combined thinking process, analytical process. And energy, and how dynamic I am, that depends on REM, because REM helps to save more energy. And stress and mood swings, something goes wrong and people are upset for 2 days, 2 years, or 2 minutes or 2 seconds, that depends on REM sleep. And also how beautifully Maharishi has given us. Actually, nowadays science is proving it. Actually, what science says, that during REM sleep you get dreams. When you get dreams, when you are in REM sleep, the body is frozen. The body is frozen in the sense, you might have noticed it during some of the dreams, you wanted to raise your hand or move your leg, nothing is possible, because it is like a paralysis. The entire body below this frozen during REM sleep. Why? The nature wants to work on brain area, so it paralyzes that. So what they say, we have a lot of emotions accumulated during the daytime. That emotional balance, If it could not happen during the daytime, then during the night, the REM sleep helps to balance that emotion, which is waiting to outburst during sleep hours. And that is called dreams. What Maharishi has told us that the dream is nothing but the leakage of biomagnetism to the brain. I'm sure Maharishi did not study all these science. I don't know whether it was told at that time as well. But it is a leakage of biomagnetism to the brain. How exactly what science is telling is matching with Maharishi is simply great. That's it. I mean, there's no other word we can, anyway, how young I am. When I am 40, look like 30. When I am 60, I look like 40. Depends on REM sleep as well. One of the factors contributing for the skin tone. Now there are medical science. They can see my skin and find out, what is the age of skin? Physically, I may be 50 or 40, but the skin may be 18, 20. That they can analyze it and check and tell, and that is because of REM sleep. So now the 4 stages of sleep, right? So 3 stages in non-REM, and last stage is the REM sleep. Actually, it is not following like 1, 2, 3, 4. No, maybe we may start with REM. Actually, the first one is a light sleep. When you are in light sleep, even if somebody walks, you will know. Somebody open the door, you will wake up. Even a clock sound can wake you up. Small disturbances also can wake you up. That is called light sleep. People are in this light sleep from 5 minutes to half an hour, 1 hour, depends on their process S or process C, which is strong, that is a light sleep. Here, the system started taking some rest. That's all. And the second stage is a medium sleep. People open the door, you will not know. But if they make a little more big noise, you will wake up. Here, body temperature comes down, heart rate, BP comes down, and the brain starts taking some rest in that, starts relaxing it. Muscles gets relaxed in this medium, the stage 2 REM sleep. And the stage 3 REM sleep, NREM sleep, very, very important. That is called deep sleep. We say 1, 2, 3 frequency, last stage of frequency, right? Deep sleep. That is more important. Our body has inherent healing mechanism to repair any problem, any disease. How confidently I am saying? Because medical science says brain is the main control center for everything, right? Their main focus is on brain. Assume, not assume, that when mother and father together, there is a new baby is formed. There is no brain there. There is no heart there. How the small fetus knows, I have to grow this like a human being, not like a lion or a tiger? How it knows it? There is no brain there. Brain is not developed even. That is why Maharishi's concept is, it will be valid throughout the, as long as humanity is there. Because genetic center knows he is inherited from a human being. I have to grow his face like his grandfather or father or mother. And even brain is being developed after the conception. So in deep sleep, everything can be healed as long as we have a good 3rd stage NREM sleep, which is a deep sleep. If it is minimum 1 hour, if I don't have it, any disease comes in, it will not be cured, or it will take years to cure it. But if we have that sleep, even medicine may not be required, because it knows what to do. That only made my brain to grow, heart to grow, everything. So what is a big deal for it? It knows it. There is no doubt about that. But we don't give opportunity for that to repair our organs, right? So deep sleep is very important. And the 4th is the REM sleep, where brain activities happen. Again, this is not 1, 2, 3. This is 4 to 8 frequency range. In that range, brain activity is being done. Dreams are happening. All the wastage in the brain area. Here, little bit of pulse rate is increased, heart rate is increased, even breathing rate is increased, little bit activity, but the body is frozen, right? Okay. Now, this is a typical sleeping pattern. See, here it says that 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I will show you in a color graph of sleep pattern. No worries about that. How long I have to sleep? So they say that 12 months baby is 16 hours and adult above 18 years or 20 years is 7 to 9 hours. 7 to 9 hours is the minimum, the sleep required for adults above 20 years old, according to medical science. Really, is it applicable? If you are really following Vethathirium practices, not at all required. I can guarantee, I can tell you, not required. Because if you are following the principles of Vethathirium, you are not creating lot of waste in your body, at least from the brain, mind, emotions, energy level, and all that. But if I follow, I may not follow. 50-50. Then you have to follow this, scale, right? And really 7 to 8 hours of sleep is necessary for adults as per this recommendation. Just wait for another half an hour. You will see in the last slide whether is it really required or not required. Okay. Now there are many problems, sleep disorders, sleep issues, insomnia. Insomnia is a disorder in which you are not able to sleep continuously. That means the moment you go to bed, you are not sleeping. Or you slept, but night 11:30 you wake up. After that, you are not able to sleep. That is a problem of insomnia. But before that, let's understand some more research done by the medical science. What they have done, the circadian rhythm clock, when the sun sets it starts secreting melatonin, and after some time it secretes more melatonin so that the person puts in sleep mode. Right now, this is secreted by pineal gland. And medical science, what they did, they removed the pineal gland from a old rat, elder rat, right? And that pineal gland is put in an younger rat just to study the reaction of it. You know what they found? The younger rat, which was born 2 years before, now become 10 years older than that rat. That means the pineal gland, what it secretes, it's also responsible for aging process. That was a finding of that analysis. So what they thought, this pineal gland, what it secretes like melatonin, those who are not having enough sleep, they get older and older, though the certificate is different. At 40 years, they will not only look like 50 years, internal organs will get aged because it is not being maintained properly. That's all. It is not being repaired or maintained properly. So we become older than what we are supposed to get, older. And also another proof is in USA, the day-night savings, right? And they increase the daytime by 1 hour. The day they increase the day hours by 1 hour, the sleep is reduced by 1 hour, 24% increase in the heart attack on the same day because of the previous night sleep. How, my God, when I read this, I was shocked. So within a short time, the sleep can increase the heart attack by 24%. That means 24 in every 100 people. This can cause heart attack. So how sleep is very important. And not only in that, they also readjust the daytime by reducing that day hours by 1 hour. On that day, 24% decrease in heart attack. This is in USA. And not only that, the number of accidents, number of suicide cases on the next day drastically reduced when sleeping hours are increased. I'm just sharing this. You have to realize the significance of enough sleep. Please don't ignore the fact of enough good quality sleep. It affects us in many, many ways. Because earlier days, we know that the people with cancer patient only in cinemas, movies. Now in relatives itself, in my relatives, I know 3 people now. They are affected by cancer and 2 of them died. One is struggling now. And not only cancer, heart attacks, cardiac arrest, brain strokes, whatnot. And this is one of the reasons. Okay. And I have to tell you one more thing. The sleeping dose, the sleeping tablet doesn't improve to a greater extent NREM and deep sleep. It helps you to sleep, but not as good as that. But sleeping dose is much better than if you don't have any other means to improve your sleep quality, Okay, good. Now, only 4 hours of sleep a day, 70% reduction in cell functioning. Okay. Now, insomnia. As I said, what is insomnia? I already said. And what are the things, lack of sleep, it can cause? it can cause a lot of diseases. All that is mentioned here. Okay, and this we went through it, and the main problems of the disease is, first is obesity, BP problem, heart problems, diabetes, and cancer, and aging. Now there is a strong link. Medical science proved it. Sleep has a strong influence on all these diseases. So take a note of it and focus more on your sleep pattern. And we know whether am I having insomnia or not. All these things. I am so tired throughout the day as well, like a low battery. That means you don't have enough sleep, right? Now, there are many sleep disorders. Insomnia is the moment you go to bed, you are not able to sleep, or the moment you wake up, you are not able to sleep again. That is insomnia. Sleep apnea, that means you are sleeping, but infrequently during the sleep for 10 seconds, there is no breathing at all. Breathing stops temporarily for 10 seconds. I have noticed with some of my relatives when they come and when they sleep, and that 10 seconds is one time is okay. But if it happens 20 times, 100 times, 200 times during the sleep hours, then the quality is not good. That has to be addressed. Now, there are some machines which are available to make sure that, this doesn't happen. I think the medical science has done a fantastic job on that. And hypersomnia. That means you slept for 8 hours, but you are so tired throughout the day as well. You slept, but still you are tired. Something did not happen for energy level. Some disorder is there. And narcolepsy. That means some days I go to bed and I slept at 9 o'clock. Some days up to 11 o'clock, I don't get sleep. Sometimes I get up at 4 o'clock. Some days I sleep up to 7 o'clock in the morning. Irregular cycles. That is another problem. Parasomnia, during sleeping, you walk, you get up, you do something as if you are awake. That is called parasomnia. These are all some of the disorders of sleep. Now, how much sleep deprived I am? How to find out? There are 6 questions. You assess yourself. It's a it's a quick fix thumb rule to find out, am I having enough sleep or not? Okay. Strictly speaking, you have to assess it at least through the watch. If not, this is not 100% foolproof method, but still, I'm trying to give it to you. Now, the first question, you are sitting in one place and you are not playing, just sitting and watching. And the zero means you will never, when you are sitting in one place, you never sleep during daytime, put 0 mark. The moment you sit and not doing anything, you will sleep, put 2 marks. But 50-50, put 1 mark. All these occasions, you never get sleep, put 0. Yes, immediately you will sleep, put 2. 50-50, put 1 mark. Okay. Now you are in a bus stand or airport, or you are in an airport, no activity is done. You are just waiting for the gate to open, and 1 hour you are waiting, and comfortably there is a chair, and you started sleeping, put 0 mark. No, if it is a daytime, no, I will not sleep. Then don't put 0 mark. Put 2 marks. Okay. If you don't sleep at all, put 0 mark. The moment you sit in a chair doing nothing, put 2 marks. 50-50, you put 1 mark. Okay. And the third test is, you have a good lunch. Now there is a rest, and time is given, half an hour rest. And during that half an hour rest after lunch, you will sleep or not. If you will sleep, put 2 marks. If you will not sleep, put 0 mark. 50-50, 1 mark. And you, after getting up from the bed in the morning, you are yawning so many times, 4 times within 1 hour, put 2 marks. No, you will never, put 0 mark. 50-50, put 1 mark. And you are talking to somebody in the evening, 5 o'clock, and while that fellow kept on talking like me, and you are yawning, or you are checking the watch, and you want to sleep, or you want to take rest, put 2 marks. No, you are fully attentive at 5 o'clock when somebody is talking to you with his own stories, 0 mark, right? And the last question is, in the car, you are as a passenger, somebody is driving it, and it is a 4 hours drive. Within 1 hour, if you sleep, put 2 marks. You will never sleep, 0 mark. Middle, 0, 1 mark. Now, if your mark is more than 2, our total is 6 questions, 12 marks, right? If you are above 6, definitely there is a disorder. There is a problem. Above 6. Below 2, absolutely no issue at all. 2 to 6, better you take care. Little more attention is required. That's some thumb rule idea to you. Okay, now insomnia reasons why we are having sleep problem. Energy equation. The biomagnetic energy is not properly balanced there. Shanti meditation does that. You know, one of the benefit of Shanti meditation, energy balance. This is the exact word Maharishi used. Energy balance. We have Kundalini Shakti. That energy is used as Icha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, sexual energy, physical energy. All that energy, if it is in unbalanced level, it causes problem. Shanti meditation brings all that energy to a physical level. Excess energy is converted into a, spiritual energy. That's a beauty. How wonderfully Maharishi has given this Shanti meditation. And that is, if someone does Shanti, that is why even if you don't do Agna meditation, please do Shanti meditation weekly once. If you have sleep problem, do it every day for next 1 month until that gets energy equation gets proper, And why we have this problem? Burden of the mind, mental issues, right? And evil habits. I have not switched on the AC, so, and my balcony door is open. Okay, and the food, bad habits, any medicines you take that can disturb your sleeping pattern, and any infection that can cause, and hormonal changes, menstrual cycles, premenopause syndromes, all that can cause disturbance to sleep, and outside circumstances, and even the bed. When you go to a new place, hotel maybe, or some other place, are you able to sleep immediately as long as you are on the bed? No, there is a problem. So all magnetic, the biomagnetic imprint in the bed have to become harmonious with my biomagnetism. Then only I will start sleeping it. Until then, the friction is going on and it has to reduce. That is why the great scholars like Maharishi, when they go outside, they carry a one cloth like this. They put it on the floor, they sleep on it, even though it's a brand new mattress is given. No, because this is this magnetism and biomagnetism already harmonious for the last 15 years. Why I have to disturb my biomagnetism? And they use simple, very small things. Even one chapel for 15 years, even if it is broke, they stretch it and they use it. Not because they don't have money. They save their biomagnetism. They live, there are so many things in that. Okay, aging is another problem. As we age, definitely sleeping problem will be there. Okay, genes is another problem. Okay, how to improve the quality of sleep. So we have now discussed enough about sleep. How to improve it. First is the quantity. How much I need to have more quantity of sleep, right? Sleeping hours. And continuously I should not be. I should sleep, right? And every day I have to sleep. And the method which we have already seen it, right? All these 3 plus 3 is the limited method which we have already discussed. Now there are 4 precautions, 4 steps. Medical sciences, not from Maharishi, but Maharishi has addressed all if you follow the Vethathirium principles. Very simple. In fact, the medical science is not complete in all respects compared to Maharishi's components, what he has given it, right? Okay, priority. Now we always give priority to, even to a movie, we give priority to watch it after 9 o'clock, but we don't give the priority to sleep. Sleep is so significant. And believe me, some of the members, not in Qatar, outside Qatar, when few people, they had serious complaint, and I have told them, your problem is not with your organ, your mind, only sleep. You have to do something. And then I gave some tips, and the disease is they are making progress actually. So really address this. Okay, give top priority. And sunlight. Every day we have to expose ourselves to the sunlight. That is activating circadian clock. If possible, as soon as you get up, exposed to your sunlight, then the circadian clock is calibrated against the sunlight. You will get least disturbance from other circumstances if you can expose yourself to the sunlight as soon as you get up, as soon as the sun is there. because otherwise our room lights and all that, the instrument is calibrated with a poor, bad calibrator standard, right? So sunlight is very important for good sleep. And you please follow some time. 9 o'clock means 9 o'clock I go to bed, even if something worst happens there. No, my bedtime is 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Wake up at whatever time frame you set, right? And the second one is the preparation, like a baby. So the first one is priority. Remember this, sleep is very important. Second is you prepare yourself. How to prepare yourself? Minimum 3 to 4 hours before your bed, finish your dinner. Don't go to bed immediately after dinner. And coffee, I have experimented this on several days by taking a coffee at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. and 9:30 bed. Oh, it has a great impact on REM sleep. Brain function is not efficient if I take coffee. Worst case scenario, 2 o'clock coffee, even 2 o'clock coffee affects the sleep, REM sleep. Yes, it is happening. It is a surprise to me as well. Yes, of course, alcohol, cigarettes, 5 hours before or 8 hours before, no, it affects. Okay. And 1 hour before bed, mobile phone, TV, computer, all that affects your sleep pattern. I have done a lot of experiments in this. Particularly the mobile phone, computers, laptops, TVs, it emits blue color rays. The blue color rays suppress the melatonin. You will not be able to sleep. You may be able to sleep it, but you can't have a deep sleep. At least nowadays it is available in the market. I am yet to see it, but the blue color rays can be obstructed with a sunglass, some cooling glass, right? If you wear that glass and look at your mobile phone at 8 o'clock, is okay at least, right? Otherwise, that suppress the melatonin over a period of time. The gland itself will reprogram. Then after that, even if you sleep in the full night, that will not secrete enough melatonin. It will be a permanent problem. So we have to be very, very careful. And before going to bed, 1 hour before bed, don't discuss serious sensitive issues at all. Keep things light. Okay, I will show you. Watching a movie before bed, I will show you my sleep graph for you. And don't rethink about the problems, what happened during the day before bed, right? If you still have some problem in the sleep, please eat that pumpkin seed with boiled potatoes. It promotes sleep. And banana also. And the warm milk. Warm milk, warm green milk, warm milk helps for your sleep. No green, okay. And then the third one, also, if you can take bath, at least the body before sleep, it helps a lot. I have done this more than maybe 30 times in the last 2 years. Before bed, I took bath. Why? I know that I went through some rough situations during the daytime. See, in the movies, people, you might have seen the movie, and the girl ran away with a boy, and the parents are so upset, and then they take one big bucket of water and they put on the head. Now she is no longer my daughter, gone. Everything is gone. They put water throughout the body from head to toe. What happens there? That bathing, when you pour water from top to bottom, the stress in every cell is removed. So it is not cleansing. In Tamil, kulithal means kulirvittal. It is cooling the body. The name itself, it defines what is to happen during the bathing, right? So if you take bath there, already half of the stress is gone. Your mind is free to sleep. Good sleep, you will get it. Acupressure exercise, what Maharishi has taught us, and Shanti Davam and relaxation. Use all that. And silence. I did some of the experiments with the 10-minute silence, 15-minute silence before sleep. It improves the quality of sleep to a greater extent. All these practices, 8, 9, 10, 11. Apply it if you have problem with sleep or if you want to improve the quality of sleep. And the third one is the bedroom. The bedroom should not be like this. Of course, not like that, but at least 20% of that is also not good because it sucks your energy. And how your energy balance will take place? You will not. Bedroom should, in the washroom, I don't read the books. I don't eat my food in the washroom. Then why in the bedroom I have to do all the other things except sleeping and sex? Bedroom is meant only for the two, not even discussion with the partner there, and that too some sensitive issues. Never ever do that. All imprints are recorded there in the bedroom, particularly with the items there, cupboard, bed, pillow, all that. So please take care of that bedroom as well. And lights, don't keep red light, don't keep blue light there. Okay, red, yellow, little bit better. And curtain should be completely dark, blocking the outside light to come inside. And keep some fresh air. And if there is some disturbance, when you are close to some place where some construction work is going on, you run your fan, so that is called white noise. In that white noise, brain will take care of that, so it doesn't disturb too much. Okay. And all radiations from mobile phone, all electron, don't keep any electronic device inside your bedroom, it affects. And some light music, if you want, you can have it. Relaxation audio, Maharish's superb audio. Don't keep your head on the north. Other sides are okay, right? And daily routine habits. You have to get up early morning. You have to go to bed at night at least 9:30. Don't sleep during daytime. And coffee, cigarette, alcohol, all that you stop it. Do exercise every day. Take light food in the night hours. And you do all Kundalini yoga exercise. Sleep will never be a problem. Okay.
Now we are running out of time, sir.
Yeah, right. So with this,
we have to start. There are 50 people will be waiting.
Yeah, with this I conclude. If you have any questions, we can go for another 5 minutes questions, or we can continue it in the next class. Some balance is there, maybe for 20-30 minutes. I will do it. If you have any questions, please.
Yeah, maybe we will have the questions actually next week when you complete it, sir. When you show your graphs, everything, we will have the questions.
Sure.
So we will close the session today. Let's bless Professor Muthu, sir, and then we'll close the session today. Everybody come to Thurium, please. Professor Muthu, sir, be blessed by the divine. Professor Muthu, sir's health, be blessed by the divine. Professor Muthu, sir's family, be blessed by the divine. Professor Muthu, sir's spiritual work, be blessed by the divine. So we will actually meet next week, and when sir will continue with this, and his graphs are very good. Actually, he has graphs conducted tests on him. So we will see that next week. We have to move on because we have a class starting at 10:30, the diploma class with around 50 plus people. Thank you all. See you next Friday at 9 a.m. Thank you.